Hello everyone and welcome back to another Arknights Endfield video. I was able to play this game early last year, and yet again I have the privilege to play the newest version update at the Wake of Spring, which you can download and play with my link in the description and get a free monthly pass. This update includes more events, play rewards, new explorable areas, a milestone of Wuling story, alongside two special features that I want to highlight today. The new 6-star character Zhuang Fangyi, and the new boss fight. And since the Missed Defeat channel here on YouTube is all about doing solo character challenges, I figure, why don't we give it a shot here later today. But first, what is Zhuang Fangyi? Who is Zhuang Fangyi? I'll do you one better. Why is Zhuang Fangyi? Zhuang Fangyi is one of the fan-favorite characters of the Wuling story, and she makes her playable debut in this update. She is the Viceroy of Wuling City, and for those who don't speak Arknights Endfield, that means she is essentially the leader of the story. Her first appearance was during the launch of the game, where she raises her hand and uses her low-tier god form to electrocute all of the surrounding enemies, and I can thankfully say that her gameplay is very accurate to this. The combat in Endfield is pretty complex, and it's very easy to get confused when looking at it, so allow me to give a brief refresher on the gameplay before going back to Zhuang Fangyi. Every character has a normal attack sequence where the last attack is called a finisher. There are battle skills which take up a skill bar, combo skills which do not take up a skill bar, but they have their own requirements to activate, and lastly there are ultimate abilities that need energy to activate. Alongside those mechanics, there are defensive options like perfect dodging and counterattacking, which can be done by timing a skill attack whenever you see this circle on the enemy's move. This is a very simplified version of the combat system, but now let's talk about the Leak Lady, and no, I'm not referring to Miku. Let's look at the strengths and weaknesses of Zhuang Fangyi. We'll start with the good things, which are pretty much everything. This is a character that will be out on the field most of the time. Her weapon is an arts unit, but her main damage comes from her skill. This paragraph may be intimidating, but it's fairly simple. Basically, when she does her battle skill, she strikes someone with lightning and it drops a sword on the ground. You can increase the damage and the amount of swords that get dropped by hitting an enemy that is afflicted with electrification. Up to 9 of these Thunder Blades can be out on the field, and when you get to this point, this character becomes unstoppable. Her skill hits insanely hard when she hits max stacks, and if this isn't enough damage for you, then you can use her ultimate. Her ultimate transforms her into the Empyrean of Truth, which is the low tier god state I was talking about earlier. Aside from an aura increase, this transformation increases the damage of everything she has, literally everything. Her auto attacks, her combo skill, and especially her battle skill. So her skill already hits like a truck when it has max stacks, but now it's just an atom bomb being dropped on everyone in this state. I would say that this character does get better the longer the fight goes on because it gives players more time to get more swords on the ground. As for her weaknesses, she doesn't really have much aside from her ultimate costing a lot of energy. This character is pretty cracked, and she's at her best when she has other electro operators on her team. If you use the right team comp, you can get these swords out so quickly and just blitz through bosses in seconds. The main teams I ran were ZF, Arclight, Perlica, and Antal, alongside ZF, Arclight, Perlica, and Gilberta. The first team is a mono-electric team. Arclight and Perlica have good electric application, and Antal can amplify the team's electric damage overall. A good, easy, and safe combo to use is all of Zhuang Fangyi's auto attacks into Perlica's combo skill, which guarantees 2 swords for Fangyi's battle skill. The second team is my favorite one to run, and my rotation for most battles is this: Gilberta ultimate into Arclight ult, into Fangyi ult, then Fangyi battle skill, into 2 combo skills, into another Fangyi skill. That is a very quick and easy way to get 5 swords out on the field. Those are some synergies that Zhuang Fangyi has, but unfortunately for me, I will not have these combos when we solo. The boss fights have been one of my favorite combat experiences in this game, but the newest boss, Nefarith, is easily my favorite one. Aside from just having a really cool design, this fight is just fun and interactive. The boss is a part of the update, and it is worth playing through the finale of Wuling just to get here. As for the actual fight itself, it's different from the other bosses. I've mentioned earlier about counterattacking in that you need to use a skill for it, but this boss uses another method. In this battle, you are aided by Zhuang Fangyi, who allows you to jump high into the air and deliver a plunge attack to interrupt the boss's this move. I enjoy this a lot because now I have a way to counter the boss's attacks when I've run out of skills because I was spamming them. Does that mean I was able to counter all of them at first? No, but the point still stands. This boss primarily attacks with their sword that comes out of a dragon's mouth. This sword also uses pink fire in tandem with attacks that slow down time. One of the reasons this fight is so fun is because it always keeps you on your toes. Yes, there will be times where she teleports to the other side of the map, but you aren't spending the next 15 minutes just running at her. You will either have to dodge the fire she sends towards you, or she might just teleport back in front of you and you have to dodge the last second to keep the pressure going. So after completing this for the first time, I was already having a ton of fun and thought, you know, that's one of the more enjoyable fights I've done in recent memory, only to then realize that there was a whole nother phase against a dragon. The Conqueror phase is the more dangerous of the two, with her having a shield that heavily resists attacks until it's broken by a counterattack. And you will need to do these counterattacks because this flaming pink dragon is not afraid to do these circle attacks, and you have to pay attention to them so you can actually bring her back down to the ground. This dragon isn't like traditional dragon fights in games. No, this one has a sword that it uses against you, and it can turn you into an orb. There's even a nuke section for the fight where you have to save your other teammates before she strikes the ground with a massive pillar. This fight is a treasure not only to play, but also to watch. From just looking at the dragon's scales to the flaming arms that carry the sword and how they turn into wings, it's just so cool. But now that we've discussed both the new character and the new boss for this update, let's see if we can solo Nefarith only using Zhuang Fangyi.
Is this what you want? Leave me in the sun. Forget all we are. A new chance to start. Falling on what we thought was real. A new horizon will be
In addition to the Zhuang Fangyi and the Nefarith boss fight, there's plenty of new content that has been added to Arknights Endfield. As I mentioned earlier, the climax to the Wuling story has arrived, meaning that both the first two regions of Valley 4 and Wuling are finished. There's also new areas to explore inside Wuling, including Marker Stone and a new outpost for the factory system. By the way, you need to explore Marker Stone, especially in the rain. It is absolutely gorgeous. This game has amazing water physics and rain interactions with their 3D models, and they are putting it to great use here in this new area. As for the factory system, there's a new resource called precipitation acid, along with new facilities such as the acid resistant pump, expanded crucible, and purification unit. And if you're wanting to try out Arknights Endfield, now is a great time to start because they are giving out tons of player rewards, including a free monthly pass for everyone to enjoy. By logging in daily, you can get up to 12 pulls, and there is also 2 sign-in events that give you another 10 pull. Seriously, this is the best time to try out Arknights Endfield. You can download and play the new Arknights Endfield update at the Wake of Spring today on PlayStation 5, PC, and mobile using my link in the description. Thanks again to Arknights Endfield for sponsoring this video, and I hope you all enjoy.
Tell me why.